Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, wherever you're tuning in from. This is the BS Buddies podcast. I'm your host, Joe. That is your host, Ian. This is a podcast between two buddies who BS about anything. Some of the topics we have covered are places we think are overhyped, some bad movies we've seen, and some weird things that we have eaten over the years. If you think you're into that kind of stuff, stick around, subscribe if you are new. Ian, how are you doing today? And can you explain what we're doing today?
Absolutely, I can. So it's been a wonderful day here because it wasn't like 100 degrees with like 90% humidity like it was last Friday. That sucked. It absolutely sucked. So I was not a fan of that. However, today was a lot cooler, so that's good. Because, Midwest things, we have to talk about the weather. Don't know why, we just do. And today, well, we felt like we'd be a little lazier, so to speak, and we have some random would you rather questions being generated conveniently over here on my screen that none of you can see, and I will read aloud so that you know what they are, because that would be really weird if I just clicked through them and then didn't say anything, and that would lose purpose of the whole point of recording this video.
Do you also have music playing in the background? I'm hearing like some kind of ambient noise. It's like
I've got some I've got some lo-fi going on, and I think they got a marimba in there. Do I need to turn it down?
just like a couple notches. Like it's not super loud, but I can definitely just hear it every now and then.
Okay, how about right now?
Sounds like there's a cult singing in the background or something.
Boo, 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 boo. Just back here making sounds, man. I don't know what to tell you. I'd be in situations and stuff. All right. Random would you rather questions. Some of these will have context. Some of them, I don't know, make up your own context, I guess. I can't be bothered to explain my thoughts sometimes. Anyways, number one, would you rather lick your shoe or eat your boogers?
I'm going to go with eat.
You're going to go with eating them? Oh, you are a disgusting man. Dude, like, okay, it didn't say which part of your shoe you have to lick, so I'm going to lick the top of my shoe.
With me and where I work, it's like I'm kicking stuff or moving stuff constantly. And I mean, it doesn't say how much you have to lick or eat, so it's like just a little dab and put some salt and you're good.
I could, man. When I was little, I used to have this friend who would eat anything pulled out of their nose, and it was horrible, and I hated it, and it made me want to throw up, and thinking about it makes me want to throw up, so I'm going to go on to the next one.
Good idea.
I'll lick the shoe, man. I'll take that. Well, this one just seemed, would you rather sneak out of the house or miss out on the party of the year? What?
I'd rather miss out on the party. 1,000%. I don't do parties.
Oh, come on. I definitely sneak out of the house. Might not be the party of the year, but you might miss something fun that happens. Memories happen once in a lifetime. You gotta seize the opportunity. Carpe diem, or whatever they say.
I also like how I say that as I'm planning to go to your party that you are hosting.
Yeah, go to my party. You trying to say something, Joe? You trying to say something here? Do we need to scrap it out when you show up?
Hey, I didn't go to the last 5, mostly because I was working, but
That's fair. You know what? Life happens. Life catches up to you quick. This house definitely, or this house.
This house?
This house. Our house. In the middle of our house. Our house. All right. I was going to say, this question seems to be more geared toward young adults who are maybe feeling angsty and rebellious. I don't need to go to parties anymore. I can stay in my own house, have my own party, and there'll be bourbon. Would you rather, eat a live bug or eat a dead worm? Ooh. Oh, this one.
How dead is the worm? Like, are we talking about like sidewalk nightcrawler that's been dried out for 3 days? Or are we talking like fresh dead?
I think we're talking like fresh dead.
I will take the worm.
You take the worm?
I don't want to eat a
Ugh.
live bug. I feel like I'd put it in my mouth, it would crawl to my tongue, and then I just have a bug crawling around my mouth. I love gummy
Oh,
worms. It'd just be the same thing, but disgusting.
I think I gotta go with live bug on this one, simply because I'm thinking of like, crickets and stuff like that. I think that's the thing somewhere. Crickets, they're
Yeah.
real small, real crunchy and quick. Because I can't do the sliminess of the worm, man. It's in the same category as why I can't eat a booger. It's just something about that texture, that just gross texture. That's why I can't.
Fun.
If you've seen our weird food episode, you know that I couldn't stomach seaweed in Okinawa for that same reason. I just can't do it, man.
Uh,
It's,
Speaking of crickets, I learned recently that at the Seattle Mariners home field, they sell fried crickets.
See,
Legit.
there you go. It is in fact a thing.
I know
I
it's a
can't say I've ever
delicacy,
had
but
cricket.
why?
You know, people use that word so loosely. I feel like in my mind, delicacy is something sweet and savory to be enjoyed, like strawberry shortcake or flan. That's a delicacy. I don't know if I call a cricket a delicacy. I'd call that a cursed palate.
That works too.
Ooh, here's a good one. Give up junk food or give up TV?
You're really putting me on the spot.
I know what I'd
Uh,
go with.
you go ahead.
I'm going to say I'm giving up junk food 100%. I know a lot of people say, oh, it's easier said than done, but like one, I'd be eating healthier. And two, most of my entertainment comes from the TV. It's, I hate to say it, that's where most of it comes from. I gotta keep it. I can live without, Cheetos. I don't know if I could make it if I had to go back to reading books all day.
This is honestly really tough. Because if you don't know me, I'm a huge sweets person. Like, the to put it in perspective, the other week, like our work gives out birthday cupcakes to people, and it was my coworker's birthday, and he's diabetic, and he got the cupcake and immediately just went over to me and gave me the giant
It
cupcake.
was like, here you
That
go.
that day, I had 3 Long John donuts and that cupcake before lunch.
Oh,
So,
I mean,
but on the flip side,
okay, now,
what
but like homemade desserts to me don't constitute junk food, right? So what if we put is that you can't just have like pre-processed sugars. You can still have
I
like
I
homemade goods
think we're
because they're
trying to
still
cheat the system though,
we are, but the
because
home baked goods is still healthy for you.
I'm just I'm just gonna go with the whole realm of like sugar bad, because I want to suffer with this question.
I mean, homemade apple pie. Come on, man. Ah,
If computer does not count in this sense, so I could still record this and we could keep this going.
we literally just talked about cheating the system.
I know, like, not watching anything. Like, if my computer just was, if it was able to just do the podcast, if that would count, because this is really important.
As long as
Um,
it can broadcast, I don't need to see what I'm doing.
then then I'd probably do TV, because there's so many books I have that I have not gotten to, and that would just give me ample time to do it. And all the video games that I haven't finished, well, they're never going to be finished again. Go do something else.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. I have to say that's fair. That's fair analysis. Oh God, here we go. This is dabbling into self-esteem territory.
Oh,
Would you
great.
rather? You can always cut this if this doesn't. work well. Would you rather have friends that are smarter than you or have friends that are better looking than you?
Smarter.
See, I'd rather have friends that are better looking. Because, I
What
mean,
are you trying to say there, bud?
I'm trying to say I'm smarter than all of you idiots. No.
That's it. I'm
I,
not going to your party.
I mean, well, okay, so here's the thing, right? You got friends that are smarter than you all the time. You can always learn a lot, right? But then you run the risk of being called the dumbass all the time. And I mean, hey, if you want to go for that, that's great. But if you got friends that are better looking than you, then you know that all your problem is yeah, I'm just a little hard to look at, but I'm still lovable. That's a-okay. That's a-okay in my book right there. Because then you know when you find the one person, they like you for what's on the inside. Look at the positives, the silver lining.
For me, I still gotta go with smarter. I know you run the risk of like having that cocky smart person, but for me, I'd rather be put in a position to be able to learn something than worrying about looks. I I think that's kind of my circle right now, per se. Like I just have a lot of smart people that I've been able to learn from and learn new things, and like I don't really care what their physical appearance is at all. So, yeah, I
That's
gotta
fair.
stick with my answer.
That's fair. Now, see, learning new things is a lifelong process, for only a fool believes he has nothing left to learn. Anyways, moving on to the next one. Would you rather? Okay, well, this one feels like a cheat. Would you rather wear pajamas all day or wear a suit all day?
Yeah, I'd rather wear the suit all day in the warehouse on 95. No, pajamas.
I don't.
Okay, hold on.
If
During the summer, I basically wear my pajamas to work. Shorts, cut off. That is my pajamas all year round. Really when I wake up in the morning, I just change shirts and go to work.
you
That's
just change
literally what I
shirts
do.
and go to work, I mean,
So
yeah, that's fair.
pajamas, 1000%.
You know, it just says all day. It just says for one day. It doesn't mean all day every day, right? So if it's just for one day, I think I'd go with the suit. I think I'd go with the suit just because like there's something about wearing a good suit that just makes you feel good. Really puts that spring in your step.
If
I'm a little biased because I own a suit and I like reasons to wear it because otherwise all it does is sit in my closet and remind me that I spent too much money on it.
if
But
it's a one day thing and I'm not working in a warehouse, then yes, like I'd go with suit. But if it's an everyday thing, pajamas.
yeah, every day, all day thing, probably go with pajamas because pajamas for me is just like sweatpants and a nice t-shirt. Anyways, next. Would you rather work really hard at an interesting job or slack off at a boring job?
That's what I
Ah,
do.
these sound just bleh. What do
Uh,
you want? Bubbers,
I can
go
even hear him.
away.
And I can hear
God.
your music again.
It's probably because of him. Did you turn the volume up, Bubbers? Hmm? Did you do that? Oh my god, this
But
cat.
with the question, I can tell you with my whole heart, I definitely slack off at my job most of the time. I don't find it interesting. So my answer is work hard at an interesting job.
I'm gonna say I would rather work hard at an interesting job too. Because like don't get me wrong, slacking off at a boring job is you get paid for doing nothing. But like when you legitimately have nothing to do to the point where even sitting around doing nothing sucks, it's the worst. I go absolutely insane. I would rather work really hard at something that I enjoy because then, well, like they say, you love your job, you don't work a day in your life. So I'm going with that one. That's what I'm doing. What do you want? I swear to God. I'm gonna put you up here with the headphones and the microphone and let you run this thing then. Oh yeah, and then he shut up real quick. Oh, he's sassing. He wants food. That's what the problem is. It's dinner time. Would you rather
Yeah.
not be able to drink anything but water, or never have chocolate again?
Water. The water. Going back to the sweets
Oh,
thing. Water. I can do water every day.
yeah.
I'd get bored, but I mean, at least I get chocolate.
Can I have flavored water? It's still water, just flavored. I could do that. Yeah, I'd do the water because to be fair, chocolate is in so many things. I'm not a chocolate fiend by any means, but chocolate is used in so many things, and there's a few desserts out there that I would not want to give up. Moving right, would you rather be a chronic farter or a chronic burper? Would you rather be crop dusting everybody all day or tasting what you ate for breakfast, lunch, and dinner all the time?
I'll be the plane.
I mean, I guess one is more socially acceptable than the other. But you can't tell me there wouldn't come a point where you would walk into an elevator just to and then walk out grinning that evil grin from like the Grinch where his hair unfolds. The doors close. You could just hear the no and banging on the inside. Oh, I think being a chronic farter would be a lot funnier, but someone at some point might tell you to put a cork in it, so. Would you rather never have to do the dishes again or never have to do laundry again? Ooh. I'm going to say never have to do laundry again. Because, like, yeah, dishes suck, but I don't use as many dishes on a daily basis as I do clothes. I'm washing clothes all the damn time. Feels like every time I wash them and fold them, boom, I got another load to do.
So I feel the same way, but when I fold clothes, like I've learned how to get like between the three of us, I've learned how to get all of our clothes folded within like an hour. So what I'll do, I'll bring it out to the living room, turn on some YouTube I mean, if I had to take this is a completely different answer. If like all of these would you rathers stacked, different answer then because then I
Oh
wouldn't
my
have this
god, yeah.
option. Uh, but I usually catch up on YouTube videos that I've been slacking off on, and I'll get them all done and have all the laundry done at the same time. So to me, it's like multitasking. I honestly like doing laundry. I slack off when doing the dishes more, and yeah, I find it a little therapeutic. It gets to be a little much when it's overloading, but
That's fair. Yeah, see, my laundry, feel like I'm doing it all the time. I just turn on music. You take it a step further. I just turn on some music while I fold. But dishes, nah, can knock them out easy peasy. Next, would you rather get your salary tripled or win $10 million, but you have to spend it all in 24 hours? What? In that case, I'd rather get my salary tripled.
triple my salary easy. I also
All
have a
right.
kitty with me.
Oh, look at the
That's
big
stretching.
stretch. Look at them paws. Look at them murder mittens stretching out. Okay, now there's a caveat here, right? Because if you won 10 million and you had to spend it all in 24 hours, theoretically, you could buy anything that you wanted and or needed for yourself. You call a realty agent, I want a home yesterday. I'm paying all in cash. But if you played the stock market right, theoretically you could set yourself up for life. However, I don't have that kind of knowledge offhand, and 10 million is insane to spend within 24 hours. So I'd rather have my salary tripled because that will pay for itself in the long. Next,
Okay. Hold on.
Brad,
You
dial it back.
you you make some good points, and I don't know if this is cheating the system, but if you gave me $10,000 or $10 million, sorry, couldn't I spend it on putting some in savings, putting some in my retirement.
I
Because to buy a
I don't.
house in one day is really, really tough. Because that's what I would do, but if I only have 24 hours, like if I want to spend it, it's like, oh yeah, we accept your money, but you can't have the house yet. Would the money go away by then?
That's the thing is I don't think putting it in savings technically counts as spending because you're not actually putting it into the economy, so to speak, to
That
flow.
then I
So I don't know
would
if that
then
would
I'd
work.
triple salary because I don't want to buy a bunch of liabilities that I'm gonna have to pay tax on and just completely screw myself over financially. If I can, if I could save some of it and that would count, then that'd be different. So I
Yeah.
guess my final answer is like triple salary, but
Final answer is definitely maybe. Yes. Would you rather dress for looks or dress for comfort?
comfort.
Comfort. 100%
That's
comfort.
my everyday. My mom bought me a. She buys me dress shirts all the time, and if she's watching this, she's probably not going to appreciate this. Uh, I have so many like nice looking shirts, but I barely wear them. Like if I'm on weekends, and it's I guess it's kind of tough because I work in a warehouse, so I'm usually wearing a cutoff or like a high vis stuff,
Yeah.
and especially during summertime, I'm not gonna put on like nicer clothes because more material. But I don't. I know it's more of a me thing. I just don't go out of my way to
To look
wear.
good. And I would say the same simply because there's time and place to dress up so that you look snazzy. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't understand fashion. I still dress like it's 1980, apparently, according to everybody else in my life. I like simple, comfy things. So no, dressing for looks would absolutely be terrible. And plus, I've seen some of the stuff that counts as fashion these days. My comfy
If
clothes are
I
way better than
if I can wear like what fashion is, then yes, because it's just ridiculous.
that. Let me get the board box where only my hands stick out because that's fashion
Let me
somewhere
get my
apparently.
marshmallow suit on.
Would you rather save the life of someone that you're close to or save the lives of five random strangers? The trolley question.
Sorry,
I'm so glad
strangers.
we finally made our way around to it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry,
I
strangers.
gotta I gotta say that I'm saving someone that I'm close to, and honestly, that's an answer that I would expect a lot of people to pick, and I don't think anyone's entirely wrong for it. I mean, it's the person you care about, or five random Joes.
Oh, thanks.
Knee slapper. Would you rather look weak and actually be strong, or look strong and actually be weak? I'd rather look weak and actually be strong. I can't think
What's
of
the
anybody
point of
who'd
the
rather.
other one?
You can be SpongeBob from that one episode when he had the
With
inflatable
anchor
arms.
arms.
Yeah. Let me just air this
big,
up to super jerk.
big. It's big, meaty, or even hairy.
Oh my
I
god,
th-
I forgot that episode was something else.
I think both of us look weaker than we actually are, though. Because whenever we're together and like you pick me up like it's nothing.
I'm a beanpole. That's what I am. I'm a beanpole. It's okay. I I'm happy with myself as I am. Strong gust of wind. I might blow away, but man, it'll be a fun ride on the wind. Oh my god, would you rather go without heat in the winter or go without AC in the summer?
Heat.
Oh,
I'll go without heat. Stack up 10 blankets. We're good.
yeah, I gotta say go without heat in the wintertime because
Because
man, some of the summers around here are just a killer. They're just a killer, and it's insane to try and get away from that.
would it be as bad if there wasn't humidity. But it's honestly true. It's 1000% true.
You
It
know, if
sucks.
it weren't for that darn humidity, would you rather have a minor role in a hit movie or a starring role in a bad movie? Ooh.
It's a minor role in a hit movie.
Yeah.
I'd do that because then you can use that as a reference, and it's like, oh, this movie did really well, and I was a small role.
But see, a starring role, do I know it's a bad movie?
We'll go
That's the
with
question.
hmm.
Because if I
Let
know that it's a bad movie, I'm going to ham it up.
Let's say you don't realize until halfway through that it's a bad movie. Halfway through
Ooh.
production.
All right, then I'm going to say I'm going to have to go for a starring role simply because at that point, if I know that the movie's tanking, everybody knows that the movie's tanking. And at that point, you just got to start having fun with it. It's like the movie Idiocracy. Welcome to Costco. I love you. Like, dude, I would own that. I don't know. I'm goofy. I just like to make stupid stuff for the sake of stupid stuff.
That's fair.
Hence why we BS about stupid things.
That's why we're here.
Just because it's fun. Like, don't get me wrong, having a minor role in a hit movie would be really cool. Everyone would be like, "Oh yeah, you're the mailman from that one movie." But if you had a starring role in a garbage movie or one of those cult classics, because you got to think it'll be considered bad for like 10, 15 years, and then eventually the internet will catch up and they'll be like, "Oh, actually, this was a masterpiece, and we just couldn't see it at the time."
Or it's that
Because that's
bad
always
movie
what
you
happens.
never forget, but you always have to reference because it was so bad.
Exactly.
Ginger
If
Dead
it's
Man 3.
oh my god, if it's bad enough, it will live on in the memories. Oh, this one's terrible.
Let's do
Live
3
out
more.
3 more. All right, fair. I was literally about to ask you when you wanted to call it quits. And this one's a would you rather live out in the wilderness alone or be homeless in a big city? Oh, I think I'd rather live out in the wilderness alone. Because it doesn't necessarily say you're struggling in the wilderness, it just says you live out there on your own. And that would be a much more peaceful life to keep yourself entertained and active with than being homeless in a big city. Because man, cities are unforgiving, dude.
Yeah, I was thinking going with the city, but I mean, at least out in nature, you can be that nature hippie and just be at peace with everything. You
Right?
don't
And
have the
like,
hustle
if
and bustle.
you get familiar with the area, you can start to learn like certain cues, like, oh, all the birds stop chirping. That means this animal is nearby and I should get out of here. Whereas, dude, living in a city, that's tough, man. Some people pretend to be your friend, turn around, and stab you in the back first chance they get. No way, no how. I'd rather live out in trees. The birds don't lie to you. would you would you rather moo like a cow before speaking or bark like a dog before speaking? Now these are the questions we are here for, man.
Um,
I'd go moo like a cow
I think I
just
would
for the
too.
ridiculousness of it.
We should do that for a video.
You just moo. So yeah, anyways, I was going down to the restaurant the other day. just oh.
Just
And yeah,
reminds
after that I went down to the park.
It reminds me of that episode of Fairly Odd Parents where there's like some cow fest and Timmy's parents are going to it, and then you just hear his dad say, "Move over, Timmy."
Oh, dude, Timmy's dad in that show was on something. Oh, Timmy, I'm knocking to respect your privacy, but asserting my authority as your parent by coming in anyway.
My dreams were shattered long ago. How long? How old are you?
How old are you? Ooh, would you rather be super strong or super fast? End it with a superpower one.
I'd probably go strong.
I'd go with fast. Fast seems really cool. Granted, strong has a lot of applications, but I like speed. I want to be able to go lots of places very quickly.
Speed. I am speed.
Speed. Speed. Ka-chow. Wow.
You get the
Amazing.
you get 295s tatted on your shoulders.
I get 2 headlights tattooed right here. They're not real. Oh,
Well,
speed. I am speed.
think that about does it.
I think that does do it. My brain is gone.
Yeah.
I'm toast.
If you guys want us to revisit this, I mean, I had fun doing it. Or we could play
Oh yeah.
those like online games of like, would you press the button, stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I definitely think we could do that. And hey, let us know some of your answers to some of the things we covered in the comments down below. You might have to remind us as to what the question was though, because we have terrible memory. And if you just put something like a pickle in the comments, I'm not going to know at all what you're referring to. So,
But with that, it is time for quotes. And I'll go first with Thomas Edison. I failed my way to success. He failed 10,000 times making the light bulb before he got it right.
you only have to succeed once. There's a quote I just thought of. I'm not going to say it because its origins is, I'll tell you after.
Okay.
This one is from Ralph Waldo Emerson. Thought is the blossom, language the bud, action the fruit behind it.
Solid.
Oh, beautiful.
Well,
I got nothing else to expand upon that. Speaks for itself, clearly. You don't need my interpretations of it. You got your own critical thinking skills,
yeah.
words.
Think.
Think.
Just think.
Just think.
But with that, thank you guys for watching. If you'd like to become a bud today, subscribe down below. And, I mean, with that, thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. We want to hear your answers down below. What would you do? What would you decide? And we will see you next time
When we've
when
got
I'm
more
back
questions
from your party.
lined up. Yeah. When we're
If
back
I go.
when we're back from shooting fireworks and having some fun for the 4th of July. We'll come back with all 10 fingers and toes. But until then, you just take her easy now.